So if you look at this scene here, this is a scene from the upcoming episode of the Real Housewives of Atlanta. And Tori Naughton is here from 3LW, also from Power. Some of you guys actually may know her more from Power than you would from 3LW because I feel like some of the kids won't really know 3LW. I'm getting a little tired of your broken promises. She didn't sing that line, but y'all know what I'm talking about. Baby, I'ma do right. So there's a scene that we have featuring Pinky and Notori Naughton. They are partners on a project. I think it's called Edgewood. But the project is basically, I'm assuming it's telling Pinky's story of her rise. I can't really get a clear idea. What I can get an idea of is that Drew joins the scene because she has been invited to audition. Now, again, so has Shamia. So I don't know if they are auditioning for the same role or not. But what I do know is Drew is like, no, ma'am, Pam, I'm not auditioning for this. That's not how any of this works. Because apparently what happened was Pinky gets in contact with Drew to see if she could audition for whatever role it is in this production. We already know that Drew is an actress and she's not above doing projects with cast members because we know that she did The Pass with Kandi and Todd, but she also knew that was probably going to be big because it was going to be premiering and airing on the Peacock. Okay. So listen, for me, I'll take it wherever I can get it, baby. And I know I'm not Drew, but I'm just saying I'll put my movies and stuff like that on the Tubi. I will go there. You can put my stuff wherever it is that I'm going to get paid and the people can see it. Okay. We can license it to some other networks after we're done recouping our funds for making this film or whatever it is that we're going to be doing. But Drew is like, I'm not auditioning for this because it did not go through the proper channels, but Pinky and Notori are kind of shocked. So what it sounds like happened is Drew is saying, I told Pinky to contact my new manager, Keon. And from there, it goes through a proper booking process wherein I am sent over the sides. Sides, for those of you guys who don't know, are essentially like lines from a scene. Okay. That's what Shamia is reviewing when Drew walks in. Now, there's some tension there, I think, because I think that Shamia thinks that Drew is also auditioning as well, and maybe they can sort of practice together. And Drew's like, no, ma'am, I'm not here to do that because I'm not going to do a cattle call. So a lot of times what they call a cattle call is you just kind of invite people in. And they get the sides when they get there. That's not really how, in my opinion. Now, I haven't seen the full scene, but in my opinion, it really, not in my opinion. I've seen this is how it works. This is what you want, right? You really want for when you are working in this business, you want them to send you the sides and the scenes beforehand so you can adequately prepare for the audition. So when you go in to read your lines, you already kind of either know them or you're so familiar with them that you can fall into the role in a way that is probably better than if you just kind of go in cold and receive the sides while you're sitting there and then have to kind of try to figure them out as you're going along. I really wouldn't want to do that if I was Drew either. Now, Pinky is kind of annoyed at this whole situation because she's like, I'm not playing cat and mouse with Drew or whatever like that. But if that's the process, and if you told her you were going to send some sides, we don't see it in this scene. But I feel like Pinky, you should kind of know this. And Notori should listen. I'm not saying she don't. All I'm saying is that it's shocking to me that the sides did not get to Drew so that she could come in and make a decision about whether or not she wanted to do this project and then adequately be prepared to do it in that way. Now, some of you guys may be saying, well, Drew should take the opportunities that she can get if they're going to pay. And to that, I say, well, that may be true. But also is true is that in order to really get the best chance for success, I don't know that if I'm Drew, I want to pit myself against another cast member. I'm also not sure that I want to go into this audition blind. Okay. Not that it's technically blind, but y'all know what you get what I'm saying. Anyway, I just thought that both of these things were fascinating because just having come from a film festival and just working and speaking with so many people who are producing projects, for me, this is something that kind of stuck out and it really, really made me excited. Actually, both of these topics made me excited. But I'm a nerd, I'm a geek. Y'all know how I get down. So it is what it is. You don't like it, y'all like it. But I like it. So I hope you do too.